Welcome back to Houston Life. From the runway to the drawing board, our next guest has always had an eye for style, and now she is making her mark with an Apple Pencil, quickly becoming a go-to artist for live fashion illustrations. I have seen this in action at events, and it's fascinating.
It's really cool. So Gabrielle's journey proves that following your passion can really color your world. We're going to dive into her vibrant story now. Gabrielle Aguirre is the artist behind Gabrielle Aguirre Illustrations, and you have been creating art in real time, and you've done it since the start of the show here in Studio B, but we just want to say thank you and welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Oh my
you.
gosh. Okay, so as Derek mentioned, we've seen you out and around town. You've done events at U of H Alumni Fashion Show, the rodeo lineup, entertainer party announcement, but we kind of want to go back because every great business starts from something small. How did you get started in this business?
So it's been about a 10-year journey getting to this point in my career. So I started out in retail. I was a visual merchandiser for Nordstrom and Target, and then plot twist, I moved to South Dakota. And so I was in a relationship at the time, and he had gotten a job opportunity, so I make the move with him. And so I was like, okay, how can I benefit from this move? And so I really wanted to start a business, be in art, but I had no clue what that entailed, how I was gonna go through that whole process, but I wanted to give myself the opportunity to just go for it. So I started creating collections, posting on Instagram, and then I slowly made my way into live event illustration.
Okay, and Gabby, can you just describe to us, how did that feel the moment you realized, oh wow, this is working. I'm actually drawing, I'm sketching, and I'm getting paid for it. That's gotta be really empowering.
It is, but then it's terrifying at the same time. I was like, okay, because it feels like luck, like the first few times, especially the first year. So now they have momentum, I have a team. I was like, okay, I feel grounded. I can kind of like reflect and celebrate now. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions.
Well, we're happy to celebrate you. We see the smiles. I've seen the smiles you put on people's faces, even to get some of our own artistry done. We're taking a look at some of your customers because you go to these wonderful events. Some are weddings, some are, public events and shows, and people get this really cool take home, but you have to do it kind of quickly. I mean, the turnaround on these digital illustrations, people want their things now. We're in a society where we're like, hey, where's my picture? So how does it work?
Yeah, so I have a team with me. So for example, the rodeo entertainment lineup, we had 10 artists, 3 assistants.
Wow.
And so the guests will come up to our station, my assistant will take a photo, and we illustrate from that photo. And so it takes roughly 7 to 10 minutes to illustrate per person.
There's me and Travis.
Yeah.
With the light up
I
event.
like it. Wait, only 7 to 10 minutes?
Wow.
That is
It depends
fast.
on the detail of the outfit. We focus on the fashion. It's similar to caricature art, but it's stylized. We showcase your personality through the clothes.
That's so cool.
And speaking of how quickly this happens, the image, the illustration on the screen, you created this based on what Tessa and I are wearing today.
So while y'all were at the show, I was just...
You didn't take a picture of us, though?
No, I kept looking back. I was,
That's why you kept looking at me. I was like, do I have something in my teeth? So, and tell us, so you have an Apple Pencil there. You're drawing on an iPad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you just show us a little bit how it works?
Yeah, so I use Procreate app. It's amazing. It's my favorite app.
We're
And I
watching
have
it in real time here.
Yes.
So you have like brushes, digital brushes,
All
pencils,
kinds of brushes that I
charcoal.
use. Yep.
So you can add shading.
Yep.
Oh, I love
Watercolor.
it.
You can do different media types. I love marker aesthetic, but it's just really nifty.
Growing up, none of us had iPads, right? So how did you make that transition from drawing or sketching on paper or canvas to a digital format?
I noticed that digital was slightly quicker, and my goal was to illustrate as many guests as possible. So I just slowly transitioned into that. And then we found a way to be able to print on site.
Finding a way seems to be a theme of your life, though, because to create your own business, because you came back to Houston because the relationship you had moved for, when you had all these ideas, didn't work out. We've all been there. We've all been a great partner, said, okay, I'm going with you. Didn't work out. Okay, now back to basics. What am I going to do? What advice do you have for women who are maybe in the same kind of circumstances, wondering, okay, do I take that jump? Do I take that leap? Do I bet on myself? What is the best advice you could give someone?
In the beginning, I allowed myself to feel all the emotions, but I also added an actionable step. So let's say like I was feeling sad that day. Okay, first 5 minutes in starting the day, what can I do to change my emotion? How can I improve my life? So that's when I bought an iPad.
There you go.
Sad again. Okay, bought an Apple Pencil. okay, crying, okay, let me buy a printer and let me work on the business for an hour. And then 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours.
Wow,
So it's
just a little bit at
slow-
a time.
Yes,
And
small wins.
I've got to guess that your dad was glad when you moved back. Originally from Spring,
Your
Texas.
family, your entire
father is
family.
here in studio. Our viewers can't see him. He's
Bernardo.
behind the
Yeah,
camera
hi.
right now. And just the look on his face. I know he is so
I know I
proud
can't
of
look
you.
at him. I'm a
No, let's have a good cry because he's so proud of you. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we're going to see you around town because this business is something that's taken off. When you were picking your team, were they all artists as well? How did you
They're
pick?
artists, they're friends, they're family. It's a tight-knit group. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, it's fantastic. Dad, get on in here.
Yeah, come on,
Hurry,
Dad.
'cause
Get in
we're tight.
here.
It's a live show.
Yeah,
We
and-
just want to see you two give each other a hug
Yeah.
as we go to commercial break. We know Dad is very proud.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So sweet. She's wonderful. And she has an event coming up in 2025. There's a French bistro, Chardon, opening up. So she'll be there doing live illustrations for all of Houston. Gabrielle Aguirre, Dad, thank you
so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
lending your talents, coming back to Houston, where you belong, and to Houston Life for the day. If you want to connect with Gabby Laveau Illustrations, you can find that information on our website. We're going to put it all on HoustonLife.tv. Check us out, Derek. We look pretty good.
Looking good. Thanks
Okay.